Thanks, Ivan. For me, the simplicity of the roadmap, and I am a visual person, so having that in front of me to use also as a script would be great. And the iceberg about filtering down and filtering down and filtering down. But I actually wanted to ask Ari, you're actually the speaker at the gala of my very first BBG event. And you told a story that I'd really appreciate if you could repeat about you thought you had the sale and the prospect put you on mute or didn't hang up and you found out you weren't?
There's a story there. It'll take about 5 minutes. Is that okay with you, Evan? I'll check with you on time.
I'm okay with it. Okay. On the reactions button, I want to see your reactions. Is it okay with it? Put the thumbs up. If there's a majority of them, yes. If it's not, no. Okay, yes, absolutely. We've got 5 minutes.
Okay, I love the story, yeah, because I don't want to take more of your time. But
sorry, but before doing that, please fill out your feedback forms while you do it. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so this happened to me 20 years ago. That sparked this whole way of thinking. I used to be a sales manager in a software company. I was managing 18 salespeople at the time. We launched the first online website tracking tools. Now it's called Google Analytics. You may have heard of that before. But we were the first ones to launch that product, and I was in charge of the big opportunities. And this one lead called their office, and I got the phone call. Huge opportunity. I worked for a big company, lots of websites, and he agreed to a conference call and a webinar so we can show them our product. And I was in charge of the demonstration. So they finally came. It was Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was in a conference with my director, and I closed the door behind me. On the table was a long speakerphone. It was a long table, and the speakerphone in the middle of the table. I hit the dial tone, dial the number. He picks it up. He says, "Hello, how's it going?" We had a quick chat, and he says to me, "Ari, let us tell you who's with us in the room today." I said, "Great." Next thing I hear is, "My name is Michael. I'm CEO." I said, "Wow, this is good." "My name is John. I'm head of global IT." "This is amazing." "My name is Julie. I'm head of global marketing." I mean, everybody on this call was a decision maker. Everybody. So literally, it's going to happen. It's going to happen on this one call. So I then introduced myself. Then gave them a live demo of our services through the internet of how we collect their website behavior in real time. They can see it live. And I'm showing this to them click by click. And I hear this noise on the phone call like, "Wow, this is great. This is amazing. This is fantastic." It's the first time they've seen this. And they start asking me all kinds of questions. How does it work? How do we install it? We're interested. Who are your clients? Of course, I had all the answers. I was answering it professionally. And there's so much chemistry on this phone call together. It was like a love fest on the phone. You know what I'm talking about? When you have a client, it's working, the chemistry's there, the questions are there, it just feels so right. And it goes by about an hour. It's a fantastic call, and the call comes to a close, and the prospect says to me, "Ari, this is great, we love it. Give us a call a couple of weeks, follow up with us, and we'll move this thing forward." And I said to myself, "Oh, thank you, God. What an amazing call." And I said my goodbyes. I took my hand and I reached for the speakerphone. As I reached for the speakerphone, to the off button, by complete accident, instead of the off button, I hit the mute button instead. It was just by complete accident. I hit the wrong button, and a small click happened, and they thought I hung up the phone. And that split second, a voice inside of me said, "Ari, go to the dark side. Listen in. Be a fly on the wall. You have nothing to lose." And I pulled my thumb back for a couple of moments. They started talking amongst themselves, thinking I had left the phone call. So you can probably imagine, things I should have heard in that call. I was expecting to hear things like, "Sounds great. We love it. Let's move forward. It's amazing." But let me share with you what I heard verbatim, word for word. What they said was that they said, "We're not going to go with him. Keep using him for more information, and make sure we shop someplace else cheaper." Knife and heart twist. I was in a state of shock, literally. And I snapped out of it. I hit the off button, and I looked at the wall and I said to myself, what did I do wrong? I was competent. I was professional. I delivered value. I provided a solution. And for some reason, they felt comfortable not telling me the truth. And that's where I decided to make a difference and create a new methodology that breaks this game that's going on to help people get to the truth by building real trust with people. And that was the story behind that. Now we'll end it with this. People do ask me, what would I have done 20 years ago if I knew what I knew now on that call? And I'll end it with this. And the answer is that, from what I know now, after all these years of doing this and teaching people how to do this, is that I never would have had the call.
Yeah.
Because on the first conversation, I would have got to the truth right away.
I got it.
And known their agenda. And that's how the whole thing began 20 years ago.
Thanks, Ari. Beautiful, beautiful. Martin Stock, if you can, whatever you want to say.
So my professional background has been in technology sourcing, and I've had so many conversations with salespeople. I call this process sales bombardment, where they tell me all the products and services they want to sell, everything without actually doing any research. But I also tell salespeople, does the customer have the budget in place? Certainly for organizations and corporations, because a lot of people will waste your time getting that information, find out when they're ready to buy, what their sales cycle is, and if that information is being used for a business case. The best thing is qualify, is the budget in place when you're ready to go ahead? Because the relationship is also for the customer to build with you, not just you to build with the customer.
Yep.
Beautiful, Martin. Beautiful, beautiful. Milind.
From my point of view, the main thing, the questioning techniques, the wordings which have been used by Ari, I think like that is really good takeout for me from this meeting.
Language is so important, isn't it?
That is true.
Eric Chung.
Hi, Ivan. Yeah, this is really great presentation from Ari. I hear him a few years back, obviously better than ever. I think, what really resonated with me is his word that trust is the new currency. I actually would like to go further than that. I think trust is the most important currency. And I think, in terms of building trust during the sales process is really great. If you sort of be able to do an X-ray on the client challenges and aspiration and show them that you understand what they are, and in a deeper level, I think that most probably is the best way to build trust. Obviously the language and the right question to ask is very important. So once again, thank you for the presentation and organizing this. Really get a great value out of it. Thank you.
That would be great. That's brilliant, Eric. And if you put in that LinkedIn chat what you've just said, like Eric, like they're saying, you know what? Trust is the only currency. It's not the currency. It's the only currency. Love that. It's classic. Arv Schwartz.
It's just a wake-up call. Listening to Ari, that's really my take. It's not about features and benefits. It's about connections, and it's about listening. And Ari, you've really reminded us all of that, and thank you.
Fantastic. And before the guys go from Geelong, Les, what are your takeouts?
You're on mute.
We loved everything that was there. Appreciate Ari, everything. The roadmap was just awesome. And the one that I wanted to finish with was stop giving value and provide clarity. I thought that was a cracker. And
you got to put that on the LinkedIn chat.
Yep, we'll put that on the LinkedIn chat. Thanks very much, Ivan, Jeff.
Thanks, man.
And the crew.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Jonathan Kenny.
Well, this is my first time in one of your groups, and I've enjoyed it, Ivan. So
thanks for coming, and hopefully you'll come again.
Yes, I've enjoyed it. And what interested me about it was to listen to Ari, because I've never really had any expert tips on sales, and I've never really had to go out and sell because in the way I've conducted myself, I'm either sort of putting myself out there, networking with people, or people have just called me. And when they've called me, I sort of do a soft sell. But my biggest takeaway from it is that the soft sell approach does work. That was good to get verification of that. And the other takeaway is that when you go out and you're networking, and you go to a cocktail party, or you're invited to a golf day, and you don't really get many leads that way, even though, you know, you think you're building a rapport with someone, and that's because you don't, and it's just occurred to me, because you don't really have an opportunity to build that trust with that person. So I found that very valuable, the whole thing.
Thank you, Joe. And the insight for me is that you need to start building a relationship once you've actually made the sale. That to me was like sort of a smack in the eye. But what can I say? Like with the sharp toothpick. Kerry Babendorf.
Just want to say thank you to Ari. It was amazing today, and thank you to Ivan and Jeff for facilitating. I do a lot of networking, and I'm not a salesperson at all. And I've always felt like I'm a failure when I listen to a salesperson trying to tell me to be salesy. But today I've realized it's not about sales at all, and it's just about listening and having someone share with you. So I guess if you come away from a networking event and think, I haven't told anyone about what I do and what I can do for them, it's probably a good thing, because you've obviously spent your time listening to them. So so many takeaways from today. Thank you.
That's such a great insight, Kerry. People actually don't care about what you have to say. They care about them. And if you're a listener in a networking group, you're the winner. And it's something that I certainly have to learn. But there you go. Pina Brandy.
This is actually my very first event at BBG. I just recently joined, so that was great. It was actually very eye-opening to not only listen, Ari, but hear all of you, all the input from all of you. So I can't actually put a pinpoint with the one thing. Everything has been very, very enlightening. So thank you.
Fantastic. And those who haven't filled out the feedback forms, we've got 26 of 32. So if you want to fill out your feedback forms, that would be great. Our famous hero, Barbara Whitten. You're on mute, Barbara. Barbara, you're on mute. Hello? No one can hear you, Barbs. No one can just press unmute. No, yeah, got it.
Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for organising it, and thank you, Ari. I'd like to be in touch with you. In particular, I loved the language that you used to develop the questions on the iceberg. I think we can all ask questions, but it's the right type of questions, and to get the insights that you need, and not to get the no answers from the client. I think that was really important. And also, don't go in with your solutions. Find out, a little bit more about what they need. Get to know the pain points. I think we've all mentioned that. And I think the last thing was that they need to feel your empathy. They need to feel that we are totally with them in their situation.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Michael Perkins.
Sorry. It's been a fascinating morning, Ivan. Thank you to you and Jeff for this opportunity. For me, this reinforces that relationships and relationship capital is an undersung asset of businesses, and Ari's given us I think a good focus on making the most of relationship capital in your business. And the other point I think of note is that we need to focus on the insights we can deliver in those first conversations as our first opportunity to deliver transactable value to the client.
Very good.
So we've stopped thinking about pre-sales and start thinking about how do we help someone as early as possible. And so the smallest help we can give is our first revenue opportunity. It's our first opportunity to build trust.
I love it. I love it. Wayne Larkin.
Yeah, thanks, Ivan. Yeah, I think it was excellent, and really most people have covered the point, but definitely a point of ask questions first, then fire, rather than fire, then ask questions. And of course, you see that, of course, also with car mechanics or tradies. You know, they ask questions about what your problem is, and same in defence. They need to understand situation analysis before they take any action whatsoever.
So diagnose instead of giving solution. I love it. I love it. Karen Tisdall.
My head's sore from nodding so much. I loved it. And my background's hard sales. So I started my working career part-time as a teenager selling World Book Encyclopedia. So hands up, who remembers those? I then moved to telesales, telemarketing, and working in recruitment for 14 and a half years, pimping people. So I've been writing profiles for 12 years. I collect marketing and sales books, huge interest in sales psychology. Didn't expect to like today, thought, no, I don't do appointment selling. None of this is relevant to me. Absolutely loved it. My biggest takeaway, Chris Magnus said so many of the things that I felt. It's just about staying present in the moment, not moving forward, not I'm very, I've always got a lot on. I'm really lucky that LinkedIn is booming. So I'm always like, how much can I cram into my day? I'm always wanting to move to the next step. Look, you're interested or you're not. Don't waste my time. It's only 10 minutes. A lot of other people who are interested kind of thing. So I'm sort of always, I know that sounds rude, but I'm always moving forward. And I just really love this, just stay in the moment.
Beautiful. And we've got 3 minutes, and hopefully we'll be able to go over 6 or 7 so we can finish everyone off. Bill McClellan.
Oh, thanks, Ivan. Hey, Ivan and Jeff, thank you for a wonderful opportunity today. Jeff, for sharing some of the pains that you had, mate, and coming out through it all. I thought that's building trust. And Ari, awesome. To zig when everybody else is zagging, or to zag when everybody else is zigging.
Got to put that in the chat.
Yeah, to me, it just says it all. But it's done with an authenticity, and it's done with, a trust. And so it's not done, with some alternate, it's done with a kind of a meaningful desire to help someone. And that's just awesome. So thank you, Ari.
Beautiful. Adrian McLean. I just want to take this opportunity, Adrian. Thank you for just believing and just being an integral part of our lives.
Oh, thank you, Ivan, and thank you to yourself and to Jeff and to Ari for today. It was absolutely fantastic, and to the BBG forum, having this support around us is so important to help people just move forward as business owners, and just to have the support is fantastic. So thank you so much, and I look forward to a really great 2022.
Beautiful. Chris Magnus.
Yeah, thanks, Ivan, and thanks, Karen. We're very much like-minded in terms of what we've got out of Ari. But my biggest takeout for me personally was trying to condense my sales process. I spend a lot of time in terms of understanding and providing a bit of value and providing where I can add that value. And most of the time, people do to go through that process. They do sign up, but I'd be much more efficient to try and get that done in that one sales call and say, this is who I am, this is who you are. We've created the diagnostic. Can we? I think it's worthwhile working together. But understand if you don't want to.
Beautiful. I think it would be a good opportunity for us to actually delve deeper at ARC into Ari's process.
Ivan, I have a hard stop. I've got to leave now, but I always want to thank you, everybody. Thanks for having me, and happy to reach out to have a chat. I'll get my book, whatever you like. I'm around.
Please. And Ari, just put again in the chat the link so that they can actually contact you. And I'm going to refer everyone who said Ari. I'm going to physically refer on our new refer on. I'd love you. I've sent a test link.
Ari, if you've got to run, I'll drop it in the chat.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Karen,
Ari. Thank you.
You're a legend. You're a legend.
Thanks, everyone.
John Fowler, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Hang on. Let me show myself again.
Okay, sorry. Yes, what did I get out of it? So anyway, I think the key thing for me is to get my questions ready for whenever I have a conversation with a customer or prospective customer. And it's just that idea of waiting for them to give you permission to talk, to turn around the conversation from them to what we do, what we offer. So that can be a bit too quick sometimes. So yeah, it's just changing the mindset. So anyway, I need to think about how I do that, and then I need to think about the roadmap as well. So anyway, lots to get out of that.
Thank you. Paul Pius.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ivan, Jeff, and Judith for this great session. For me, the key was about chasing. We chase because of the lack of trust. So asking those open-ended questions and being empathetic to their problem was just the gems for me, and then showing the roadmap, and I'm definitely going to implement it in my business. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Peter Damjanovic.
There were many takeouts this morning, and the doctor inbound model, listening and diagnostic consultation resonated with me, and also what Judith Rose said about simplicity and roadmap. But before all of that, I loved what Ari's grandmother said regarding successful people and times. You make your success in both the good and the bad times. And yeah, I'm looking forward to implementing some of this stuff in 2022.
Beautiful. Is there any, the screen went all crazy. I don't know who before we close, there's two people I want to have a little say. One is Jane, and then Jeff will close it out. Jane.
Thank you. Crikey, I can't believe this event is over. I just wanted it to go on for half a day, a full weekend. That's the quality of my experience here today. Thank you, everybody, for making that happen. And my insights are so much of what everybody else has already shared. Great learnings, and I can't wait for more in 2022. Thank you.
Beautiful. And Jeff, if you can close it out.
Sure. Look, I guess I took personal insights away, but the biggest gratification I get from attending a session like today is I actually see learn, collaborate, grow happening in front of my eyes. And I think all of us learned something valuable today. All of us got benefit out of the collaboration of the think tanks. And all of us, if we apply the knowledge that we gained from the session, will grow our businesses and grow our success in 2022. So that's my wish for all of you. Have a fantastic, safe holiday season. Enjoy your families. I'm looking forward to seeing my two sons for the first time in 12 months when they actually get across the Queensland border. So have a great festive season, and look forward to collaborating with you in 2022.
Jeff.
Beautiful.
Everyone.
Thank you for your tireless efforts, Jeff, Judith, Ivan. Take care.
Hang on, hold on. Before we close, just one more. I have to give JR. That's who I wanted her to be one of the last ones. Judith Rose, thank you for being unbelievably awesome, for being my sounding board, for taking all my frustrations and aggravations and being awesome. So JR, if you can just close it out.
So I can only close it out by saying this is only as awesome as the people in the room, and the people that have been on this BB journey with me, which started about, I think it's about four years ago now. And as we've gone along the journey, we've connected, we've shared tears, we've shared laughter, we've shared celebration and success. And to me, that is ultimately what being a human, an amazing human, is all about. And it's incredible for me to look around the room and say, wow, these are my friends, friends in business. And yes, we've spoken a lot about not rapport and the trust, but ultimately it is about trust. It's about knowing that if I picked up the phone to any one of you at any point in time and said, hey, I need some help with my world, whether that's in business, personally, professionally, you'd say, what can I do? And it's that incredible collaboration that exists within this community, which is amazing. Thanks, Ivan and Jeff, for making it possible. And thanks for everyone that's on board. you all matter and you're all important. Thank you.
And thanks all of you. And to the final thing is next Wednesday, just if you're all in Sydney, if you're in Sydney, we've got a boat trip next Wednesday. Just put boats and I'll send you the link to come as my guest. It's a Christmas celebration. It's doing an Indigenous tour on the harbour. It's going to be all out. And also in Melbourne, Bill McClellan for his group is putting on a lunch or a dinner. Bill, what is it? And I'd love anyone in Melbourne who's there, if you can join us, great. And I'm sure Jeff will do the same in Brisbane, if you can. Bill?
Yeah, it's a brekkie, Ivan, and it's next Thursday morning in lieu of the Transformation Forum. If anyone's interested and is down here and like to join us, please feel free. It'll be awesome.
And it's on us.
And just reach out to Ivan, and Ivan, you do the referral if you would.
Sounds great. Will do. Can you hear us? Hello? Hello, hello. And I think that's all. Guys, love and leave you, and we'll speak soon. Be good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.